So on this upcoming clip, it was probably one of the most analyzed and talked about, discussed, snip, cut up, whatever you want to call over TikTok, Instagram, scene of season 1. So let's take a look at what scene that was.
Yeah, you're very gorgeous though, but I don't like that you put the fake flower in your vest trying to make it look better than what it was.
Yeah.
I don't like that you brought a fake briefcase. There's probably nothing in there, and it's also halfway open. You should probably close it. Also, I don't like that the fact that you put your hat. Why do you have the hat on?
Fake briefcase though.
Fake briefcase.
I mean, the hair
or
done.
something.
It's done. It's done.
So why didn't you show your hair?
That's what I wanted to do today.
I understand. I just want to see your hair though.
I get it. You feel me? I've
She's
dealt
on
with you feel me,
back.
Chicago women most of my life. You okay? You feel me? Me and your brother probably sound alike because we done been through the same struggles. You feel me? But I could respect that. I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother. So
No problem. You can't say little. We the same age, darling. Let's be respectful.
you sound like him though.
That's
So
because we from
talking-
the same place. So you don't like
No,
you don't
it's
like
not.
people from your
She
hometown.
I never said
And
forced
that's
it.
respectful.
If y'all ain't seen this, y'all definitely gotta go watch this
High
episode.
vocabulary,
Okay.
which you don't have on your day-to-day speak.
It's just giving evil.
Day-to-day
The
stuff.
irony.
Let's start with Daryl. So Daryl, after watching that and kind of like in that moment, were you shocked at how you felt like she was coming at you or whatever it may have been?
I can't say shocked because I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. I've been tested in ways I wouldn't expect it, and I almost felt like I was, I don't know, like, if I come on there and I tell you I'm from Chicago and I got a couple drinks and you tell me that you from the same place, it's almost like you saying something like that to trick me about my spot. Cause everybody who from where I'm from and know people where I'm from, you just don't talk to them a certain way because people will give you what you're looking for. And I'm just extremely proud of myself. Always. I go back and look at the clip sometimes because that is growth. That ain't the man that I've always been.
Okay. Yeah, and a lot of people were, commending you on that. It seems like you took it pretty well. You didn't, raise your voice, get upset, anything like that. You just, let her know how you felt, express yourself, and yeah.
Yeah.
And then so Rizoma, how, I guess I want to say during that situation, it seems like you were just like, all right, I'm thinking of everything. I'm gonna fire at this guy. I'm gonna say it all at once. Like, what was going through your mind in that moment?
So I guess I should just kind of give you all my thought process because I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
people are like, oh, you degraded him, everything like that. Which I can totally understand why they saw it that way. For me, it was more so like a correction. So you clearly came onto the show, you were playing a role, right? And this is my thought process. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna pop my balloon right away. But he came on sneakers, joggers, briefcase, sweater, trucker hat, and then a fake flower. And I was like, okay. Kept analyzing. He was in front of me. I saw that the zipper was in the back of the briefcase. I was like, oh, it's open. There's nothing in there. And I was like, okay. I was like, so if you're gonna play a role, at least play it correctly, right? But it was almost like you half-assed it. And then if you're not playing a role and that's really who you are, then it's like, okay, can't be upset. Bottom line is, I analyzed the entire situation. I saw a bunch of things that I didn't like. And then it was like, please don't get upset about this. But me and my friends made a drinking game of it. And we wanted to see how many times he said, you feel me? We couldn't even take shots. We had to have a regular drink because we couldn't do it. And so when I mentioned the higher vocabulary, I do want to apologize for that because people kind of saw it as oh, you're being rude. You're saying he's stupid. Or I was like, no, not at all. It's just, personally, I feel like if he was going to go on a date with someone, whether that was nerves or not, I couldn't imagine him being nervous on a date and we're talking and he says it over and over and over and it's
So you saying the whole higher vocabulary was for him saying, you feel me?
Yeah, it wasn't oh, you don't know how to speak or anything, which is why I say I wish I would have explained myself more. I couldn't imagine us being on a date and then him saying it over and over due to nerves and I'm just looking at him with disgust or looking at him annoyed. And it's that's not fair. You deserve to be with someone who's oh, he's nervous, that's cute. Even though he's saying you feel me, I still find it cute. I wouldn't find that cute. So it's kind of it was more like a protective thing. I'm just giving you a correction. If you're gonna play a role, play it right. And you're just not my type. But you're gorgeous though, and I said that. Nothing wrong with it.
When you choose to correct someone and then you yourself fail in your conveyance of your sentence, what does that look like to you?
But yeah, I messed up, which is fine. And I'm sure everyone saw it as like...
The term correct almost bothered me a little bit because as if what I'm presenting as myself is something wrong.
Right.
As if, like, you could have just said there's something that you don't like, but you even do it today. You take every single shot that you possibly can at everything about me. And it's like you didn't highlight every other gentleman as that such. Like, what about me that you see that you just want to take every pick at every problem that you could possibly see?
Don't cry, my brother.
It wasn't like that.
But I'm because I watched your full episode, so I seen how other guys spoke to you, how you spoke to other guys, and you feel me? Like, I don't think that there was one perfect man that you seen on the show, but you decide to speak on every little thing about this one man. So, like, I feel like it's corny because you keep constantly trying to reach out to me after the show. So I honestly feel like
No, I did not.
you try to play this kind. It's corny because you attacking me as a person. That's who I am, bro. Like, I came on the show, it's who I am, and you telling me that everything about me you don't like. But then outside of the show, you want to have a conversation or a hug or a smile in my face or hey Daryl or it's a us. It ain't no us thing. The only reason why me and you had a viral clip is because I handle myself well. I very well could have been looked at as a sassy or an evil man if I would have gave you the response that you deserved. But I gave you what I felt like it needed to be presented because a lot of young men get tricked out of their spot dealing with young women like yourself. And I don't want to be the crash out example.
Okay.
I want an example that no matter what, you could still be able to hold yourself in a certain type of light.
No, that's fine. I guess for me, it was more so the moment you walked out, I felt as if like, because I felt like you were playing a role, which you later on came out and said you did lie about certain things, which means you were playing a role. You already disrespected, hold on. You already disrespected all the women on there because now we can't even make a genuine decision based off of the information you gave us.
What's the role? What's the role that I played?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. That's why I mentioned the briefcase and everything.
When I came on the show and I spoke my truth, everything that I told you guys was the truth about me. I was asked a question about space from one young lady. Anything that I said to you all, that I presented, this is me. This is Daryl. I have a briefcase. What is fake or a lie about having a briefcase? I seen a flower at the store on some slick gentleman stuff, whoever I was going. If I did like win with somebody, I was gonna take the flower off and present it to her. Like, I think about little cute things like that. Like, you feel me? So what is fake? Like, what's the character that got presented on the show?
On some Eric shit, can I interject? Because I made a comment, and like I remember like we had a little back and forth.
We didn't have a back and forth. I'm gonna speak on that as well.
Let me.
Made a comment saying,
Hold on. Let me.
You made a comment saying that Rizoma was right.
No, so I before, because I want to set it up, because when I first watched that episode, that it really affected me on the behalf of him, because I was like, dang, she really went in on him. You did, on that follow-up, you verbally said that you lied, and that's where I was like, man, like, I was really for you. You know what I'm saying?
So what was Rizoma right about? That's what.
So
that's what
where
our
I was coming
disagreements
from,
was.
and that's a good question.
Because Rizoma spoke about my presentation.
Yeah.
Like what I was wearing, how it was, just like how all the men spoke about your presentation. And it's odd for me because when I watched your episode, I supported your content. I went to your page, I reacted to it on my TikTok, and I don't know.
There was no tags, there was no follows. I did not see that support. I didn't hear it.
It seemed as though like you're a content creator, like with what you have going on.
No, I'm a photographer.
You're a photographer, so your Instagram is a business, right? It's monetized situation. So me putting that in front of the 44,000 followers that I have on TikTok and saying like, y'all should support her. They came at this black woman for wearing a hat.
I never saw no support.
Ma'am, it's not for you to see. I'm letting you listen. I didn't do it for
but if you're gonna claim
authentic
that,
things. Listen.
how is that authentic? If you,
let him finish, Taylor. Hold on one second.
I'm just letting you know what actually happened. I'm on my platform telling people that they should look at your platform because I don't like how the men treated you. And then you went under there and you said Rizoma was right about attacking.
That's not what I said.
You said maybe Rizoma was right. So what is she right about attacking my visible appearance like the men attacked you? So the men was right about you?
So in a way, I kind of see how you manipulate situations. And why I
What
say
the
that is
fuck?
because somebody said, how I see that is if you were going to support me, there was no tag on that. And yeah, that like being someone in the same position, and that's how I can recognize it. And this is a healing moment. Like, I want to get on the same page.
I have to show you I'm supporting you for you to feel like.
Well, I mean, you said you were supporting me, but to me, I didn't. All I was seeing was that I'm 60. I'm not 28. I'm Willy Wonka. I'm
But
Camp
listen,
Newton.
if I do it like, hey yo, if I hit you up in your DM, hey yo, come on my TikTok. I just shouted you out.
That would have been a bridge
That's me
point.
wanting to thank you from you. I supported you on my platform
Regardless
because
if you see it or
it didn't matter if you see it or not. I
mean,
want my people to go support a black woman who say that she in the hat business and she do photography, and I'm trying to be a model. So
But how in a way, and no, I'm gonna stand strong as a woman who wants to. I want to connect with you, and I want to build a bridge of understanding right now.
Okay.
Personally, I didn't feel supported, but I could say I do get you, because on the YouTube video I did say something to Rizoma like, dang girl, like, and you didn't see that, and that's where I could take accountability with that. So I didn't know that you supported me. Where I was coming from with Rizoma is I think that in this type of setting there is something that people who are behind the screen don't have, which is the vibe and the feel. And I feel like maybe Rizoma was coming from a place of like, yeah, she was saying all that, and I'm not saying what she was saying all the way was right, but I'm saying that I'm kind of trying to give you the perspective of why I was saying maybe she was right, and I think it was maybe her discernment, because then as I stood for you and I did say something and then you openly said you were lying, I was like, oh, like, dang, I was supporting someone who was being deceptive, and maybe that's what she was picking up on. And so that's why I was saying maybe Rizoma was right.
Let's not do the maybes, darling. Rizoma spoke to me about how I spoke and the clothes that I was wearing. You said on social media Rizoma was right. What was Rizoma right about?
Maybe she was right to
because you want to be,
so
even though you might have like, because of what you seen watching the TV show, you might have wanted me to be something in your imagination, and I understand that. But when I came on and I told my truth, I never lied about my truth. When I was asked a question, I didn't answer the question all the way authentically as I should have. I understand if Rizoma has said something like, you feel me, like, I feel like you up here faking or you up here lying to us, and then you up on social media saying Rizoma is right. Rizoma came at the way that I talked and the way that I had dressed, just like the dudes came at the way that you dressed. So I feel like that's corny for you to say maybe Rizoma was right, ha ha ha. And then when I say my response is, I support your business and I think you're a beautiful black woman. I don't like how you was treated on the show. Why would you hype somebody else being evil when people was evil to you on the show? You still trying to stay on the Rizoma was right. I ain't see that you supported me like it. I had to block you. I wasn't finna go back and forth with you.
All right, let's hear from somebody else. Jess?
I just want to speak on this very briefly. I think where you two are getting confused is that we're comparing apples to oranges. Is what he's saying is that this particular situation was separate outside of the situation that y'all are trying to claim that he lied about. So I completely get where you're coming from, Humble Hood.
Thank you.
Or Daryl. So I just want to acknowledge that. This is something also that I do want to acknowledge as a woman, because I can only speak for women because I'm a woman. As it relates to men and how much they value respect, when we talk about correction, we have to talk about intent versus impact. And with that being said, you have to be careful with what you say and how you say it. So although you may have felt that way, the way your words landed, he wasn't gonna be in a space to receive that. So I just want to acknowledge that as women, we have to do better at talking to men with respect, and we have to do better at how we deliver messages, because you have the ability to either build this man up or tear him right back down. And we already know the struggles that black men go through. So I just want to acknowledge that on your end, Humblehood, because I completely get where you're coming from. And this isn't me taking no side or the other. And respectfully, I do agree that he supported you, I don't feel like he owed you that tag either, because I agree, it made it that much more authentic because I'm effing with you. And you don't even know it for
Behind
real.
the scenes.
That's what I'm saying. That's the equivalent
I'm
to.
low key calling Mug sassy for talking about her hat and everything. I'm on her side.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Yeah.
that's Erica Badu. Like, and then she going that time.
So respectfully, I just wanted to let you know I acknowledge what you're saying, and I give the perspective in its totality, and that we got to do better and be careful how you speak to people.
Yeah, just be good. Try to be as decent as you possibly can. You never know.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Just don't lie on my name.
Oh,
All right. Let's move on to our next
Show
topic.
your DM right now.
Go ahead. I would love for you to do so. I sent you one message and I said congrats, and I hope you're
That's
getting
reaching
all
out
the-
to me outside of the show.
Yeah, you said I kept reaching out to you though when I
You
did
can.
it.
You on my Instagram and my TikTok. That's two different platforms.
TikTok, I don't even.
When I
have
came in
TikTok.
today, you ran up on Daryl Hugs.
Well,
Like,
yeah, because there's no bad blood. If you
Is
feel
it?
some
But-
type of
but
way
I'm
towards
saying
me,
the-
then say that so then I don't speak to you.
but ma'am. Yeah.
It's all right. Let's leave it at that. Let's move on.